The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program, and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Hi, I'm Mike O'Sullivan, CEO of One South Coast Chamber, and I'm so happy to be joined here today on the One South Coast Business Connection by Katie Green, our Vice President of Marketing and Events. Good afternoon, Katie.
Good afternoon, Mike. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good. We're getting closer and closer to spring day by day.
Yeah, it's beautiful this time of year when you when you can go outside late in the afternoon and the sun's still shining.
You made that comment yesterday. We were in the office. It was 5 o'clock and the sun was still out, and that's what we love.
Yeah, there's nothing like that.
Well, we've made it through pretty much at this point, I'd say, through those cold, dark winter days. So,
yes.
Well, it's still cold, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yep.
All right, we got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, so we have the Education Committee.
Mm-hmm.
So the Education Committee's hard at work, and we brought on a Bristol Community College student. Taryn to support our Education Committee. We're in the process of setting up a meeting with our Career Connection Committee, and then to help interns connect with employers. What we're finding is all the schools are telling us they have a lot of candidates for internships, and then we have a lot of employers now are telling us that they would really like to hire interns. You know, they just need to think out of the box. Years ago, businesses were a little more squeamish about maybe bringing on interns because it took a lot of time and energy. But today, with the way the hiring world is and filling jobs, you have to think outside that box. So now more and more people are willing to do that. So we're excited about getting rolling with this, and Ian Trombley is getting excited about really bringing it all together and trying to bring the employers and bring the schools, and it's both higher ed and the high schools.
Right. And I think I've talked about it on the show before. I started my marketing career as an intern, and there's nothing like that real world experience. I think I've talked about all of this, but there's so much that you learn in the classroom, but once you get into the real world, and when I started many moons ago, over 20 years ago, as an intern, when I was a student at UMass Dartmouth, I actually got the internship from one of my marketing professors, and I learned so much because I was the entire marketing department. Where I was working, they did not have a marketing person, so it was just me, and it was a little bit of a trial by fire type of thing, but it was great because it helped me grow into the marketing professional I am today, I guess you could say. And it's really great to get that hands-on experience. So this is a great opportunity for not only the students but the businesses as well. Yeah, and
it's when you work with a bunch of the schools that have the internship programs, like Atlantis Charter, Diamond, obviously all the vocational technical schools have the co-op students. It really is a great opportunity, and you could start to learn when you're 16 years old in high school, or as you just described in college. It's an important part of the experience. And, it's an important part of the staffing model nowadays with such low unemployment, but yet there's so many jobs out there, and employers, they just can't find people.
Right, and for the students, they're getting some really great connections as well, hopefully, and some of them will hopefully lead to employment after graduation.
They do.
That happened to me.
They usually do. I mean, that's the important thing is, when you're young, you get that experience. I mentioned earlier that businesses used to be squeamish. They're a lot less squeamish when they hire somebody as a young intern, and then they start and they're successful, and then they become full time. That opens the door for a lot more people down the road.
Yep.
who are still in school and going through the same, going through the same steps to try to get full-time employment.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people who have, have done their co-op with Diamond in local businesses. Then they go off to college and they still work at the same place in the summer and come back in Christmas time for, 2 or 3 weeks and do the work there. And there's no training, or a lot less training involved at that point, which is what makes the businesses really happy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Yep.
Yeah. Great. So what else do we have going on? We've got public policy.
Yeah,
there's going on with public policy.
There's an enormous amount going on with public policy. I mean, well, you and I, we were talking about it earlier today. It's just Ian Trombley has so much stuff going on that we were trying to make sure that
condense it
for us. But because you've got a new legislative session starting, or started in January. We've got some new legislators across the South Coast.
Yes, we do.
We've got Justin Thurber in the House. We've got Steve Willett in the House. He replaced Paul Schmid.
Yeah.
Justin Thurber replaced Pat Haddad, a wonderful, long-standing elected official, as was Paul Schmid.
Paul too, yeah.
And then let's see, we have Mark Sylvia.
Yes.
In New Bedford and Mattapoisett, Marion, and a little bit of Wareham. And then there's on the Senate side, there's Kelly Dooner in Taunton, which people think, well, Taunton, but it's she has kind of an odd district. It comes down and almost touches on Fall River and comes around and to Rehoboth and so some of the communities that are closer to here, but really on the South Coast. So there's a lot of change has happened, and I'm sure I probably missed somebody.
I don't know if you did. I think you did a pretty good job off the top of your head.
Yeah, because I usually look at it from kind of like Seekonk and going all the way down around to Wareham, and there's Justin Thurber and Kelly Dooner, Steve Willett,
and Mark
Sylvia. Yeah, everybody else is our old stalwarts.
Yeah.
But there is, there's always. It's interesting to watch how the different styles of the new elected folks, and based on their levels of experience. Because like a guy like Mark Sylvia has jumped right in, but he also had a lot of experience working in state government, working for Deval Patrick.
Yeah.
Whereas like a Steve Willett has experience as a selectman in Westport, and Kelly Dooner had, if I'm not mistaken, I think she might have been a city councilor, but don't hold me to that, in Taunton. And then I'm not sure what Justin Thurber's political background was. But there's a lot going on there with all of those legislators.
Right.
So there's just a lot happening. It's when you start these 2-year sessions, things, it's the first few days may seem a little slow, but then all of a sudden it starts going 190 miles an hour. There's a lot happening. I mean, the governor presented her budget, which is has a 7.4% increase, or $4.3 billion more than last year's budget.
Right.
Which to me, $4.3 billion sounds like a lot of money, but if that's 7.4%, it's we'll see what happens. There's a lot of programs. There's a lot of there's always a lot of give and take between now and the end of July and early August, when they're really there's an enormous amount of discussion, banter, compromise in some cases.
Yeah.
Maybe a little battle.
Probably a little more than a little.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice about it. They work really hard. They all work really hard as they come together. But first, the House and the Senate have to present their budgets, and I know that they're working diligently on those. As we follow the Senate closely down here, since Mike Rodericks is Fall River's state senator.
Right.
So.
One of the other things that has come up for discussion recently is this new candy tax.
Yeah, we're still learning more about the candy tax itself, but I'm definitely not understanding why the governor chose to pick on candy. I don't know. It's for a guy with a sweet tooth.
Me too. I know. We feel a little singled out, I think.
but we're working to figure out, like, we're going to be talking with our friends at Dorothy Cox to really find out what their thoughts are on it, because sometimes it's not just the fact that there might be a new tax, it's what's the money going to go to.
Right.
That is really what people are interested in and care about. So we're in the process. Ian is in the process of digging into that and getting together with our friends at Dorothy Cox to figure that one out.
Right, and what it could mean for them.
Yeah, exactly. But on the surface of it, we're, as a chamber, we're not always really great friends of increasing taxes or creating new taxes. There are certain circumstances where we'll support it wholeheartedly, but this one is still an open question mark.
Right.
And then we have the Municipal Empowerment Act, which is, that one's loaded. It's loaded with lots of things. As I just said about the taxes, it's a lot of it is based in trying to give some power back to the municipalities so that they can, determine how much they can charge for meals tax, for hotel tax, for motor vehicle excise tax. It allows there's an interesting one that we're learning more and more about, and talking to the bus companies as well, but it would allow for the school districts to bring their bus service in-house, which the bus services now, they utilize outside bus companies.
Right.
The school districts do, and that would change. It doesn't mean it would change. It means it gives the school districts the right to change it if they want to change it. But it also, if you want to, all of a sudden you want to bring all your busing in-house, you have to own buses.
Right.
So there's millions of dollars in expense involved in that. So we're not sure exactly, where that one stands just yet, but we're digging into it to really figure that one out.
Right. And how will it impact those current bus companies who are doing the transportation?
Yeah, because we have across the South Coast, there's Amaral, Fisher, Whaling City Transit, and others. So I think there's 5 or 6 of them just on the South Coast.
Right.
So that's going to be an interesting one, and I think it'll probably have a lot of great debate.
I'm sure it will.
At the State House on that one. I'm not really sure where that one's going to go. But as we're learning what's in this Municipal Empowerment Act, we're learning a lot about what what some of the priorities are of some of the legislators.
Right.
But more importantly, the most important thing is it has to get the kids to and from school safely.
Absolutely.
That's the key in this world.
Yep, absolutely. So there's a lot to be done on that side of things. Ian certainly has his hands full.
He certainly does, and there's a lot of other things. We were just on a call just before we came over to record the show. We were on a call talking about the South Coast Housing Coalition. We could talk for days about the challenges with the Housing Coalition. And just housing in the state, and what does it mean, and what are some of the differences down in the South Coast. So yeah, there's a lot of public policy type work that we really have to get our arms around.
Yeah, so we'll keep everybody updated as we progress throughout the year and what kind of changes are being made. So now we're in my world.
That's right.
Upcoming events. We have springtime is kind of when, I guess it's maybe the unofficial kickoff to busy season, right? January was a pretty busy month.
Yeah,
January
was much better. Was a much busier month
than in the past.
It has been. And,
yeah.
We had some great events. Mayor Mitchell's
State of the City,
which
Bedford.
was almost 500 people.
Yeah.
And it was a great event. Very well attended.
That was at New Bedford High School. We packed their gymnasium full of full of attendees. That was a great event. We had a couple of business after hours.
Well, we had the one business after hours right smack in the heart of Fall River at the Ignition space,
which we talked about last time. The Old American Wallpaper Building.
Yes.
That
went really well. It was a great event.
Great event. That was a packed house. And we love a packed house at our events, don't we? So
certainly do.
So that's why we have to talk about these upcoming events, so we continue to pack the house at these. Cliff, who is our Director of Membership and Retention, he's currently working on our job fair. We hold 2 a year. This is our spring job fair. It's going to be on March 20th. I believe that's a Thursday. Yes, it is Thursday, from 9 to 2 p.m. at White's of Westport. And he's working right now on getting lots of South Coast employers there. We usually have a great turnout of employers from all different sectors, all different fields. We have healthcare, technologies, manufacturing,
food companies, financial institutions, insurance companies, auto dealers. Can't forget.
Tom Menchie, Toyota of Dartmouth, one of our ambassadors. Yes. And this job fair is open to the public, and it's free of charge to attend. Which is something that we always want to stress. We always encourage you to bring lots of resumes with you. Bringing a resume is important. And if you want to come, but you feel like you don't have a great outfit to wear, because this is essentially is a mini interview when you meet these employers. This is your first impression with them. We are once again partnering with Walt's Mobile Closet, and they provide business attire free of charge to anyone. It doesn't matter what your income is. There's no questions asked, basically.
Yeah, they came in
September's job fair.
September's job fair, and the clothing was excellent.
Beautiful options.
Yeah, really
and
good stuff.
it's everything you could need, from shoes to belts, pocketbooks, jewelry, blazers, pants, and it's for men and women. They have something for everyone. They run solely on donations. It's all donated items. Everything has to be in good condition to be accepted. And Waltz just does, and Whitney, who runs it, they do a wonderful job, and it's a great way to give back to the community.
Yeah, and Whitney has some outstanding volunteers that are great at picking out outfits for people.
She does. They act like stylists, which is wonderful. And they were in the hall when we were at Venus at the September job fair, grabbing people and helping them style outfits. And you saw some people go in and maybe not be as confident, and they walked out in their new outfit, and you could see the difference in them. Where they were ready to walk into that room and hopefully walk out with a job, which is great. So, we will have positions, or these companies will be hiring for positions that are full-time, part-time. So even if you're not sure if you maybe you have a job and you like it and you want to just go explore some options, it's a great way to spend your day, even your lunch hour. It's right at White's, which is right on Route 6, right off the highway in Westport. So hopefully you've got enough time on your lunch break, if you are working, to pop on by. And if you need to take the bus, it's right on the bus route. The bus will drop you off right there, which is a great thing to know. So that's again Thursday, March 20th at White's of Westport from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And also free headshots. We're doing free headshots again. We have that option as well. So if you don't have a headshot and you're looking to spice up your professional profile on LinkedIn, that's a great place to have it done.
After you get that great outfit.
After you get the great outfit, yeah. It's a really fun free day. It's a fun free day. And our friend Juliana from Juilliard Photography is the one doing the headshots this year. So she does a fantastic job. On Wednesday, April, already in April, I love it. April 2nd, we have our Mayor Coogan hosting his Fall River, or speaking to our members and non-members about the state of business for Fall River. That's going to be at Fall River Country Club, which we're always excited about to be back there. This will be one of 2 events at the Country Club this month. But Mayor Coogan always does a great job. We have a nice lunch there. It'll be a great day. So those tickets are available on our website now at onesouthcoast.com under the events calendar.
Paul always does a fantastic job talking up the city.
He does.
You know, really talking about a lot of the great things that are happening in the city, and it's really geared towards the business community versus when he has to give his state of the city, which has to take place in the city council chambers, and it's kind of a smaller crowd. But this event keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It does. It grows every year.
And people they love the job that the mayor does, talking about how great the city's doing, and gives an update on things like the Duval Street project and what's happening on the waterfront, and housing and building going on downtown. What's happening in the schools. There's a lot of really good stuff that he's giving an update on. So it's really nice to hear. But he's every year he gets better and better at talking about all the good stuff that's happening.
He sure does. He sure does. So if you'd like to join us for that, again, you can visit our website at onesouthcoast.com, and then just click on our event calendar for more information. So again, at Fall River Country Club, we're back to hosting what we like to call the first golf tournament of the season, our annual Chamber Invitational. That's going to be on Monday, April 28th at Fall River Country Club. We're already selling spots. We have some foursomes sold already. I don't think we've sold any individuals. We mostly sell in foursomes, but we certainly welcome individuals to play as well. It's a really great day. We're going to have chamber weather.
That's right, chamber weather.
We love our chamber weather.
It's going to be 72 degrees and sunny.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It better be. It better be.
It was last year. Last year was one of the nicest days of the year.
Yeah. We may not have all the leaves on the trees, but if the sun is shining, it's just a great day to kind of kick off the season and get out there, get some fresh air, and have some fun with friends or make new friends, because it's a networking event as well, right? It's just a great day to meet some new people. If you don't know anyone, we welcome everyone, and again, this is not a member-only event. This is open to the public as well.
I'm trying to convince the mayor to play. He likes to play golf, but he likes to do it in a stress-free environment if possible. But I told him we won't put any pressure.
I'll put him on your team.
Yeah, that's
then
fine.
Then you can keep him nice and stress-free.
That's fine. The way I play, I might make him more stressful, because my understanding is he is a very good golfer.
Is he?
So,
good.
But so I've been trying to, poke him to get him to play. And hopefully he will, to our benefit, but also to his. It's a great day. Be a great day out on the golf course, and it's at, I think you said it, but it's at Fall River Country Club.
Fall River Country Club, yes. Yep, it's a 10 a.m. shotgun start. We'll have a nice lunch, and then we do a quick little award presentation ceremony, people who win longest drive, all those other things that I don't really know the names of, because I'm a terrible golfer. And it's a nice day. It's a nice day. So, well, next time I see Mr. Coogan, I'm going to have to twist his arm and tell him.
There you go.
Tell him he's better join our
Tell
tournament.
him Mike said you're going to play.
Yeah, I am going to tell him. I hope I see him tomorrow. And then last but not least, this is going to be our biggest event of the first half of the year, for sure. We mentioned it on our last show. We were really excited to finally reveal it's our Celebrity Scholarship Dinner with none other than two-time World Series champion and Red Sox legend Johnny Damon. Look at that guy. Wow.
He looks all right, I guess.
He looks all right. I know the ladies. I know my mom is super excited.
There's a lot of ladies that are very excited when they hear that Johnny Damon's coming.
Well, I think when you mentioned it, you said at an event, a lot of the ladies went, ooh.
I said it at the Business After Hours at the Ignition Space, and the ladies were like, oh, Johnny Damon, wow.
The ladies love him. The guys love him. We're super excited to have him.
That's going to be a great night. It is going to be more than worth the ticket price. It's going to be a great night, and it's a celebration of, for somebody like me who's a Yankee fan, it's still going to be a big baseball celebration. Yes, I'm going to have to take it on the chin a little bit.
Well, listen, he left us to go to the Yankees, so this is a good one for us to start with.
Yeah, but recently when I was going back over some of the details of the history of 03 and 04, because I remember a lot of it, because my older of my two boys, who's my middle child, is a big Red Sox fan. So, just imagine being a Yankee fan, and then your son turns to a Red Sox fan.
I know.
But I've always tried to look at it as you know, it just, it opens the door for just like a great conversation,
Sure.
great banter, something great for us to share.
Yeah.
Even though it's, you know, it's not, we're not sharing the same team, but like we get to share in that rivalry and all that kind of stuff. And you hear me talk about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
fun. It's fun. And my son is, both my boys are huge baseball fans, but with Johnny Damon, I think back to it and I'm like, oh God, he was the one who, he hit a grand slam early in the game and got everybody going, and
Yeah.
And the Yankees were not able to recover.
Right.
So anyway, but he did go on to become a Yankee, so I don't dislike him as much as I might have.
If we'd gotten somebody else. Somebody who played most of their career who ended with the Red Sox and was not a Yankee at any point in their career.
We looked at a few others, and you know, there could have been. Hey, there's a lot of Red Sox I'm not fans of, but that's okay because there's a respect for them.
Sure.
But yeah, but we are really looking forward to this night. This night it's a continuation of pre-COVID when the Center for Market Research at UMass Dartmouth would do the event, and you know, so as I said, it's a continuation. But in the past, there's been Pedro Martinez, David Ortiz, Rodney Harrison, and others.
Right.
You know, other great New
Willie
England
McGinnis.
stars. Yeah, Willie McGinnis. Yep. There's other great stars from New England professional sports teams. And it turns into a great night. We're looking forward to it.
And you said, you know, the ticket price, it is our most expensive event that we sell tickets to, and we understand that. But we want people to be aware, this is a scholarship fundraiser, and we are going to be giving out scholarships that night to South Coast students, and this will help us to be able to continue to do this for years to come.
Yep.
And you get to meet Johnny. I mean, that's the icing on the cake. If you are in the room, you can wait in line at the end of the night to meet him. So it's going to be a really fabulous event. We're going to have a silent auction as well, with autographed items from Johnny, some other memorabilia, which we're working on figuring all of that out right now.
And it's sponsored by the
Stoico First Fed Charitable Foundation.
Yeah.
And along with St. Anne's Credit Union and Bay Coast Bank as well. Yes, our title sponsor is Stoico, though, so we could not do this without the support of them, without a doubt. So thank you to our sponsors.
Yes.
Thank you to everyone who's bought tickets so far. If you would like to purchase tickets to this event, you can visit onesouthcoast.com/celebrity dinner, and that has all the information there. But again, the date is May 20th. It's going to be at the Venus de Milo in Swansea, and we hope to see you there. And that's about it for today.
Yeah, that's it for today. But it's been a great show. Thanks for being here, Katie. We've got a lot happening at the Chamber.
Yeah.
And it's great to tell the story. So
yeah. Next month, I'm wearing my Red Sox hat.
I'm not wearing a Red Sox hat. I might have to wear my Yankee hat.
All right, that's a deal. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.